Hello crafty friends, this is Amy. Let's get started. This is one of the large tag signs from Dollar Tree, and I'm just going to cover it with some red and black buffalo check, and I'm securing it down with the Aleene's glue, and I'm putting it on the front side, and that way I can have a nice back when I'm done. And I'm just trimming along the edge with some scissors. And then we had some siding work we did, and this was a piece of that came from the scraps, and I'm kind of liking how it has like a ridge look to the front of it, so I decided to make it a tree. And so I'm putting on both of the long-term and the short-term glues, hot glue and the E6000, and I just held it in place. Now I'm using some aluminum foil, and I'm going to run it through a crimping, it's a crimper they call it, and it was used quite a bit in the 90s. It was kind of they'd crimp paper, and I've always had it and just, thought I'll use it someday for something, and I am using it now today for kind of a little farmhouse trim with the aluminum foil, and just putting a little stick on the bottom. And then I just used some of the Waverly, it's the antique wax, and I'm just putting that on to draw out some of those ridges that kind of look tree-like. Now, since that is aluminum foil, it will crush down, so you got to be careful, and it's just for looks. And then I just put some jute string on the back. It was kind of long, it just needed something on the bottom, so that's why I put some of that down. And then I had some ribbon from Dollar Tree that says Believe, and I just thought I'm just going to add that to it and give it some cuteness. I debated about putting on some greenery too, which a person could. I think that'd look cute too, but I just didn't. So it looks cute this way too. Very fun and easy. You can do something like this. DIY number 2 coming right up. This is Santa Claus. I got it for $1 at Dollar Tree, and all I'm going to do is I'm just going to decorate using some paint. This is some of the double-sided sticky tape that I use, and people that make cards have known about these because it's very sticky, and I really like it, and I sell this in my Etsy shop. Now just taking some more of that buffalo check, and this is a smaller print, and I used the crayon that comes from Dollar Tree and went around it, cut it with the scissors, and then pressed it down, and that double sticky tape stuck very nicely. And then just trim along. And then I had to make up I made some eyes, and I just cut it out so I could make circular, so they matched basically. And I did draw around them with a pen, and the reason I did that is because I wanted to be able to see through them when I did the face. Now the face is mixing red, orange, and white. And this took quite a bit, and it was a lot more white than I thought that I would use. And then I did add a little orange, more orange, just because it seemed a little too pinky. So this is what I came up with, and this is going to be his skin color. And that's for his nose, and it went over the eyes. You could still see the outline. And this is where I'm just adding in a little more white to give it a little dimension. And I'd painted the other pieces all white, so then it wouldn't look like wood through. You'll see what I end up doing with it. And just going over the eyes with some black paint. And Santa, he's been laughing and smiling his whole life, so he's kind of got those crow's feet on the corners. And just do some highlights with the white and rosy pink cheeks and a little on the nose. And then I did put in his eyebrows, but you'll see I actually put in some, what I used was a mop head, so it'd be a refill. And it just makes such nice, you can unravel it and you'll have 4 strands, and they're even curly. So those mop heads at Dollar Tree are pretty fun to use. I've had one and I've done quite a few projects with it so far. You can use it for on your little gnomes and obviously on Santa Claus. I don't know, it's kind of like a cottony. If you pull that tight, it'll pull off. So I don't think it's probably the best thing for a mop head, but it sure is nice for crafts. And here I'm just taking 2 little spots and giving him some eyebrows. Trimming along, getting that beard trimmed up. And then I wanted him to have a sprinkly kind of layer on the hat there. And so I just put the Elaine's glue on there and put the sprinkles on there, which is, obviously it's glitter. And took some pieces of the greenery and just added in some little red circular, I don't know what you'd call them, but to look like berries. And then I ended up with Santa Claus. And this was my favorite DIY this time out of this series, and I just think he's so cute. He turned out really good. I hope you enjoy him too. Okay, DIY number 3. This is just a simple little ornament. Dollar Tree, you get a set of 5 of these little wooden stockings. And I'm just trying out this paint. I picked this up at Hobby Lobby and it was $2.50. It was a $10 jar. And I'm just kind of working with it. And I just decided to go really thick and I let it sit overnight. And it turned out really nice. It kind of leveled itself out where the glitter there really wasn't any bumps or anything. And now for the top, I did the glitter trick again with some Elaine's glue. And then these are some cute little stickers. They're 3-dimensional stickers. And I got those at Dollar General. And so I'm just putting on one of those stickers. And I did put some more Elaine's glue on the back just so it wouldn't pop off down the road. And then just put a hanger on it and you're ready to go. These cute little ornaments you could decorate however you wanted. I think they'd be cute to, you could do the year 2020 on them, or, anything you wanted. Put a picture or put more fabric. They'd be really cute with the black and red buffalo check fabric on it. DIY number 4. Okay, this is a 6x6 frame. And I'm just using this olive green wood paper. It's actually an 8.5 by 11 sheet. It wasn't a 12 by 12. And I got that from Hobby Lobby for $0.25. And then this is the Waverly Plaster color. I didn't want to go with a stark white. And just coloring the frame. And because I had so much paper, I ended up coloring on the inside, but that's okay. I'm going to cover it with that paper anyway. Now these little MDF pieces I sell on the Etsy shop too, and I'm just using that, was it mineral color? And the little image I'm going to put on here, I'm just putting on a background of some snow and dirt. And I've used this little spray adhesive before. It didn't work all that well. It did stick well, but getting it out, it was had a little clog in there. So I ended up tossing that because I probably won't get much more out of it. And what I'm featuring is these cute little images, and I sell these also in my Etsy shop, and it's called the Winter Farmhouse, and I'm offering it $6 free shipping in the continental US, and you get 54 pieces of these die-cut paper images. And I will be using these more in my DIYs. I just think these are really fun. And so I'm just going to glue that on there, and it's going to give it a little three-dimensional look to it. And then I had this pretty ribbon from Dollar Tree, just going to add that to the corners and give it a little bow and call it good. Another little cute little decor piece. And then I do want to show you at the very end here, it's only 7 seconds long, but it kind of shows you what's in that winter farmhouse, the 54 pieces of the die-cut paper images, just to see what's in there. And there's a quick snippet of that. You can see it on Etsy if you'd like to order. And thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you all. Bye-bye.